YouTube was good. All right, so heading out to NAIC this weekend. Luckily, I got into the last wave, which was crazy. I definitely, I don't know how I feel about the tournament. We're bringing almost the same team that we brought to Indy. This time we have the Venusaur over the Aegis Slash. It seemed like a good pick after one Indy, and Aegis Slash felt kind of weird using it. So it felt like okay switch to make. Yeah, it should be a OD hype tournament, first internet champions. Um, yeah, man. Hoping to play some good games. Just saw the just saw the next win OD when it was down yesterday. So hopefully gives me some inspiration to win some games this weekend. Definitely gonna give it my all. That's what I'm looking for at least. Bro, we in New Orleans. I'm about to get these badges, bro. I don't know. We're about to go to the tournament though.
Okay.
My son John's about to win.
They won. Let's go.
They be like, you walk in, and then they be like hella hype.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they be like, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. My fault. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, NAIC. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Excited. 6 not the 6
We now North America International Championships.
Let's go.
We're back in the Big Easy, where thousands of the world's best trainers have come to battle for the title of NAIC champion.
Okay, yo, what's good? What's good, YouTube? Okay, so today we're gonna go over this NAIC run real quick. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, because Reg MA is like over pretty much. But I still wanted to talk about it. Alright, so we brought the team that our Saul brought to Indy pretty much, which is pretty much the team that I brought to Indy without the Aegis Slash. The sets are almost the same, except for the Cine is more defensive than the winning one. So pretty much I was like, yo, I'm gonna bring like the same stuff. But I felt like the Venusaur would be better. Obviously, like they thought it would be better. So yeah, I figured I'd just try it out. It was basically the same team, pretty much, just again without the Aegis Slash. So I figured I'm not gonna switch teams like that going into the tournament. I figured I'd just use like the same type of thing, since I did again pretty well before, like what, 2 weeks ago, whatever. But yeah, clearly, yeah, judging by the title that I have, yeah, day two I got cooked. So we played day one. So I'm just gonna go over my matches from day one, and then I'll talk about my matches from day two. So first, so we got this round one. We played Toller. So this matchup, I was just worried about the guard, and then I got cooked by the guard. It wasn't really that close of a match, not gonna lie. I just made some bad decisions. I brought Flo into this for like no reason. I got pretty hit up by guard plus Talon. I thought the Talon was like pretty OD to deal with. Talon pressure press, fairy spread damage is obviously crazy. I tried to rip Flo pretty early in the reg. But yeah, basically, game one he leads like mouse and like guard, and then he gets to the point where he's able to like set up tailwind or whatever, and go kind of crazy with guard. Again, I brought flow for I don't know why, and I'm boosting like his moves or whatever. Yeah. Game 2, I bring like Vinu. He's like, he didn't really care about getting hit by like a sludge bomb or whatever, so he just like set up trick room on me, and I was like lost. Like it yeah, it was kind of cooked. Not gonna lie, not gonna lie. Even after I tried to pressure with like Zard, because I ended up switching to Zard game 2 instead of having flow. I was gonna like try to, you know, go crazy with speed with Vinu, but nah, cooked. Yeah. So that was game. That was set 1 of the day, pretty much. Yeah, guard just like swept me. Game 2, so set 2, face versus this Rain and Spatra stuff. This seems pretty cool. Yeah, I lost to this. Honestly, I let stuff live for like no reason. A lot of stuff lived on like 2%. As Spatra ended up living, ended up passing a bunch of stuff, like the calm mines or whatever. Nah, calm mine was game 2, but yeah, it passed a lot of the speed boosts. But yeah, a lot of stuff like barely lived. It was about trying to play around this Dragon Knight or whatever, play around his Rain. I ended up bringing Charizard in this set to try to get Sun up or whatever. But game 1 ended with like his Dragon Knight living on like 3% with like my instant. I needed like a crit to like take it out or whatever. Didn't get it. Game 2, he brought Skull instead. Skull lived on like 1 or like 2%, whatever. I was able to like burn my Garchomp in the end game. I made a mistake. I just wasn't playing around this stuff correctly. And just again letting stuff live. Yeah, I probably could have brought Flow in this matchup, even though they got like Rain or whatever. Flow might have been pretty good, but I hate bringing Flow with like Sneasler's present. Yeah, so I'm down 0-2 already. Game. So set 3, I played into this. This team's, I thought it was pretty cool because I didn't like Machamp on it. Machamp's pretty cool. I was pretty scared of that thing because I didn't know it's like damage output, but basically for that one, I was just able to just pressure a lot of stuff with the Zard. I think game 1 they brought Frost, and I was just like blowing stuff up with Zard. It was pretty key in the matchup. I don't have too much to say about this matchup except that I was just able to like control the Machamp, and then yeah, Zard kind of carried. Yeah, that was pretty much this one. This one, so I played into like Rain again. Going to this one, I was like, I might be fine if I'm able to just get rid of Arch. He doesn't have Protect on Arch. So again, I'm playing with like either setting up like Flow or like just getting Sun up or whatever. So I felt like this one was like a little easier because his joint didn't have his Arch didn't have Protect, so I was able to pressure it pretty well. Game 1 I ended up like dodging a Draco. I let like Chomp or whatever. My Chomp being alive was crucial to winning the whole set pretty much. I was able to pressure everything else on the team since a lot of stuff is weak to Earthquake outside of like the not a lot of stuff, but some stuff that are like crucial or weak to Earthquake on his team. Pelly is obviously super annoying, but yeah, I was able to play around it. So Chomp kind of carried since it didn't die. Game 2 I let Flow, and now it's just like blowing stuff up with instant Flow. Flow was good because yeah, like I said, I felt like it would be good in this, and I could just like Rage Powder and do stuff with Cindy or whatever. And then at that point they couldn't really do anything. They never set up Tailwind. I felt like if they was able to get Tailwind up, it would have been pretty bad. But yeah, Cindy and Flow was able to win game 2. Just redirect and pop stuff with like Gleam. Was able to blow up his lead super early game 2, and then just deal with the back mons. It wasn't too bad. Let's see. 3. This one was crazy. This set was crazy. Um, they had like a really slow like Charizard. And then they had like a Rhyperior. I thought I was gonna get cooked by Rhyperior. Their flow, I thought their flow was gonna cook me. It almost did. Like this set was like pretty crazy, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, this one I brought like flow. To try to deal with theirs. I was pretty scared of the Rhyperior, so I didn't want to bring my Zard. But yeah, this one went to game 3. It was like really close. I ended up winning game 3 because like my Chomp was like just secured in the end game. I was able to obviously outspeed his flow at. His flow at was like really low, and then they just had Farigiraf plus flow left. Venusaur was very good here, being able to pressure flow, and then I was putting stuff to sleep like crazy. So yeah, got a little build up of sleep powder, and yeah, that doing was pretty good. Not gonna lie, it was pretty good the whole tournament. To be honest, sleep powder was like it's pretty goated as long as I hit. But yeah, no, this match was cool. I think Rhyperior is cool. Not too much to say about this one. Nah, it was crazy. It was a crazy one though. Let's see. Next one, this one, I was scared of this the whole tournament. So going into the tournament, I was like, yo, I get cooked by Delphox plus Ensign. I get cooked by, but this was not Delphox plus Ensign. So I felt like this was like way more playable than the ones with the Incineroar, because I feel like those are like super like ultra cooked. So yeah, so this one again, it was a little more playable. I felt like Chomp Zard is like pretty good. Being able to spam Rock Slide, obviously without Instant on the board to lower my attack, is very good. Venusaur was also pretty clutch. I was able to put some stuff to sleep. Yeah, so as long as I have like I'm able to pressure the Fox, I'm like Gucci. Game 1 they didn't even bring Fox, they brought Flow. And I was pressuring crazy. Like Chomp was doing like good work. Chomp plus are, being able to again hit double spread move and stuff like that. Was really good, and instant lower and attack and stuff was good. Game 2 they did bring Fox, and I was able to again like put like Fox to sleep, pressure with like Zard or whatever. Since Chomp wasn't getting intimidated, I was able to spam like rock slides and stuff. I got to the point I was able to just deal with like everything, like chip everything down or whatever. So yeah, this one is like again, it's way easier when they don't have instant. Yeah, so this one was like it's pretty tough though. This one was cool because I was like, yo, Mamo, what? Mamo, obviously we ended up seeing Mamo. We saw it go crazy with Wolfe or whatever. Well, we didn't even see it go crazy, but we saw it on his team. Anyway, I digress. So this one was cool. I was obviously scared of Memo because Memo like cooks my entire team. So I was trying to just like leverage Venusaur to kind of like outspeed it on lead with like Sun or whatever. And then kind of just play around it. Yeah, I thought Mamo like early format was like really good. I'm not gonna lie, because I played into it like on like that day 1 tournament, and I thought like it was like crazy because like ice and ground is like really good coverage. But yeah, I didn't really know the calcs. I thought that flow would be pretty good into this, and I did end up bringing it. Game 1. I thought both would be good. I thought Zard. No, I did not bring. I brought Zard game 1. I brought Flow game 2. But I thought that both of them would be good. But yeah, Venu was clutch. Able to again speed some stuff on their Sun. Try to put some stuff to sleep. That was a lot of game plan. That was a lot of game plans on the tournament, and it did work. Like it worked. For a lot of games when it hit, obviously, but when it didn't hit, it was really bad. But yeah, this one was it was cool. It was a cool set. with the Mammo Swine, just trying to play around Mammo Swine the whole time. Like helping it in. They hit me like with like helping it in, like like rock slides and stuff like that. But nah, yeah, I was able to just play around Mammo. That was pretty much the whole game. Just play around Mammo. So round 8. So this one was hard. This was like probably one of my hardest, probably one of my hardest games. To be honest. Again, trying to play around rain was like really hard. It's just super position heavy. And then when they have stuff like wide guard or whatever, it makes it even harder. See, this set was like really long. Game 1, I was able to burn the Sneasler with like Heat Wave that let my joint stay alive, my instant stay alive a little longer. I got hit with Dark Claw, I got parried on my chomp, but it was like whatever. I felt like that didn't really matter, just because I was able to get my attacks off. If I couldn't get attacks off, I think it would have been pretty bad. But yeah, it was just position heavy. Them switching in Pelly, you know, trying to get Rain back up, me trying to get Sun up. Obviously this one I felt like was more Sun. It was better for me to have the Sun mode versus game 2. So I ended up winning game 1. Game 2, I was pretty ahead. I got to a point where like they had to switch like their Sinian, and I was able to like blow it up with like Heat Wave or whatever. But then I messed up. Like I was able to sleep their Ensign. And I found out like my Ensign was faster, so a lot of times I was trying to like lock it on the board with like throw chop or whatever. But there was like a turn where I just like messed up or whatever. And then I let their arch like live, and then it was able to like just deal with like a couple of my mons. Then it was pretty bad. I thought I was gonna lose the set. Yeah. Arch Pelly was just pressuring OD. My last 2 months, I think it was like Finu Ensign. But yeah, I let that joint get all the way back up, or like leftovers, and it was like kind of cooked. Game 3 was OD. It was also like OD position heavy, but I got to a point I was able to like pressure his Pelly, and I was able to like hit it with Cine and like I think it was Cine plus Venu, and I was able to like just snipe it. And that came up clutch because it wasn't like able to get like Tailwind back up and things like that. And then I was able to pressure their I believe their arch or like Venu or whatever. Yeah, Venu was like super clutch this set. I think I didn't miss a sleep powder. I might have, I'm not sure. I don't think I did. I think I was able to just again just put some stuff to sleep, like his Ensign, and then just play around arch luckily. But yeah, no, this set was pretty hard though, not gonna lie. But yeah, I was able to win that. So I won like 6 straight, which was crazy. So I won like six sets, and I ended up playing in day 2, which is cool. But we had to play the first match. You had to play the first match on the same day. So yeah, so round was 9. It's round 9. This set was fun. So I had to play into Guardy again, and I was like, damn, I'm sick, bro, because I didn't want to see this. So yeah, I saw this team sheet. I was like, damn, I lost this round 1, so I'm about to low-key lose to it round 9, and lo and behold, I did. So this went to game 3 again. A lot of sets the whole day went to game 3, man. It was pretty tough. So yeah, this one, I'm obviously not bringing flow because I was like so stupid. I don't know why I did it round 1. So yeah, bros hard. I felt like the spread damage would be really good, but then I felt like him Evan Talon would also be like super OD versus me. I felt like Talon guard was like so bad versus me. Bad as in bad for me, not bad against me. So his Talon put on OD pressure game 1. I was able to win game 1 though. But yeah, it was just like my game plan was like deal with Talon, still out Tailwind, deal with everything else, see what happens. So they had like Chomp Sneasler, Talon guard, game one, I believe. Um, and then he was just hitting like he got to a point he hit like tailwind rock slide, but he ended up missing the rock slide on like my Charizard. So obviously that was like super clutch. And I was able to like cycle an instant, even though he had like whiter or whatever. My Zard being alive was like super clutch. I was able to deal with his guard with like Weather Ball, and then I was able to just Dragon Claw his Chomp, ended up like living or whatever. But I was able to just have some stuff survive. Game two, I know he brought Gambit instead for a game. That one, I barely dealt with like any of his mons. I think he just set up like Tailwind and went like a little crazy. So I was just playing to see the back mons, and I saw that it was like Gambit, and then I was like over. I think he brought Sneasler. Yeah, he brought Sneasler as well. So it was a lot of stuff, you know, being able to like fake out pressure, being able to obviously have fast Tailwind. He's starting in like Venusaur with the talent, with the Gale Wings. Like a lot of stuff was hard to play around, man. Like this was taxing set, but it was a fun set because it was like a very brain power oriented set. Game three, I double miss Heat Wave, turn one. And then this is a turn where he double rock slide flinches me, and then it's just like over. So that was like so that was pretty bad, but it was kind of like my own fault. I kind of just should have not tried to swing crazy turn one. I should have just like protected whatever felt out to turn. But I wanted to get like some super early damage on his lead because it was like Talon guard, and I was just like, I'm just gonna rip it, whatever. But I should have just preserved Sun. And then obviously if I did that, then I would have another turn with like my Finu being like faster and stuff. But nah, me missing the damage on his Talon was crucial because they kept Gale Wings for Tailwind, and they just had Tailwind like plus guard, I believe, or like Chomp, and then I was able to just like win. But no, it was a cool set though, because again, we definitely had to use a lot of brain power to play this one. Yeah, so day two, I ended up playing ourselves, which is like super funny. So I play into him using his indie team, and then he brings the Skull Lycanroc Frost stuff, which is like so this stuff is obviously it's pretty good. Obviously it has a Lycanroc, so Lycanroc kind of handles Zar, but you kind of feel like you gotta bring Zars. They don't have like weather control and stuff like that. So this one was a cool game. So game one, I'm trying to play around Lycanroc. I don't really know its damage with like a Celerock. I know I'll try to like cycle in a bunch of like intimidates and stuff on it, but I'm still kind of scared of it like the entire time when I have like Zard on board. I get to the point where I can like almost deal with his Lycanroc, but I let that joint like live. He like switches out or something like that. He gets his attacks back. His attack drops recovered or whatever. It's super position heavy. Yeah, it was hard. Yeah, game one was pretty hard. But yeah, he was able to just preserve. I think it was like Frost and like Rock. He was able to do it like my Zard or whatever. And then at that point, I couldn't obviously do anything. Now I'm thinking about game two. Game two, I bring like Flow instead. He like hard calls my joint though, so he leads like I think it's like Gambit, like Sneasler. Nightly like instant Flow, and I'm like, yo, I lost, bro, but I actually don't lose. I get to the point where like he knows that I know that he knows that I know that if I switch in like my Chomp, like he tries to like sucker, and I like switch like Chomping or something like that. And then like I'm able to get like some good pressure. I also dodged some gunk shots, so that definitely came in clutch as well. But yeah. But yeah, I was able to like play around sucker and get some mons in. And, like Senny was able to like redirect some stuff, and then I was able to like pressure
because a lot of stuff is like weak to Earthquake on that team. So that's what kind of happened there. Game 3, he let Sneasler Frost, and I let like Chomp Zard, and then I kind of get greedy. I rip attack turn 1. I had to play. I could have just protected, switched in like instant or whatever. But I got a little trigger happy, and I was like, yo, let me just rip this. So I tried to rip attacks, and then he like double protects or whatever, and then I attack again. But obviously I already ripped Sun like an idiot. So I already ripped Sun. So he gets to rip the snow. So then he freezes my Charizard. And I'm like, bro, this is my own fault for being an idiot. Like I crit his Sneasler like Earthquake. His Sneasler was EV to live it. But yeah, so he went down. So either way, it was like Hex for X type of thing anyway. But I was just being stupid. And I should have preserved my son. He ended up having Bass Glass instead, because before he had like Gambit Last, and Bass Glass definitely cooked me. It cooked my Ensign. Obviously since I kind of lost Sun, I was like mega cooked, so that was like my own fault. So yeah, I ended up losing versus him. But cool guy though, he was chill. Next round, I played into this, and like this match was like so long. So this match was like OD long, bro. We were like the last set to finish this round, was just like round 11. Yeah, we're the last round. This one, I didn't want to bring Flo at all because they had a Venusaur, and Venusaur was like super annoying. Bringing Zard into this is also kind of super annoying. But nah, yeah, they end up if I remember correctly, they have like Pally, Arch, I think it's Venu, Ensign. Those are the 4 that they bring. I can't believe, bro, this is like the 3rd rain game that I played like that weekend. This was like, man, this game was mad hard, man. This one went to 3 obviously again because it was a long set. It was just trying to position around him, switching to Pelly and Ensign. I think I was also faster Ensign. Fast Ensign was like super good for the day. But yeah, I was faster. So like again, trying to lock stuff on the board, trying to play around Pelly, trying not to have their arch get set up. I think the arch ended up like living on like, you know, X amount of HP. Yeah, it was just trying to blow some stuff up. I'm trying to blow my stuff up. Trying to play around Arch. I know game 3, I'm like making a mistake or something like that. And then their Arch is like still alive and it's just picking off pieces. They played it. They was able to get up tailwind like a couple times. So they was playing it pretty good. Cause yeah, I felt like again, you know, them having white guard is like super bad for me because I can't like rock slide or whatever, try to flinch some stuff, lock some stuff on board. And their Venu was like super good because it was like pressuring my Venu. I know game 2, I think we had like a speed tie or whatever. I ended up winning. And I missed a lot of sleep powders this set, so that also led to the downfall. But I can't really rely on sleep powders all the time to try to bail me out. But yeah, I definitely needed it to bail me out this set, and I did not get them at all. So yeah, you got me pretty good. Not gonna lie, he was playing that joint mad well, especially because again, like our sets took so long. Like we had to play like perfectly to play around each other. So yeah, that was definitely very mental set. Next round I got a bye, so then I have to play this one for the last one. So him, actually no, from Tri-State locals. I didn't want to play somebody I know, but I ended up playing somebody I kind of know. So, but it was fine. It was fine because it was like, yeah, why not? You know, last round or whatever. So yeah, this one was cool. They had Empoleon. I know they like melodic too, so it kind of fits the same type of thing. So this one, I was just trying to not have the Zard get set up, but obviously the Zard gets set up like every game. He gets set up like every game. This one goes to 3. Empoleon, I definitely procced. I procced competitive, like I think game 2 and game 3. I think I won game 1. Cause like, you know, since I'm like Scarf Chomp, I'm pressuring some stuff with like the EQ, and I'm like, I know I'm faster than his Zard for at least 1 turn. I'm also faster than his Ensign. So again, yeah, you know, just like stuff on the board, trying to play around this stuff. Them being Sash was like crucial too. I think game 1 I end up burning the Sneasler and it like goes down. So I think that kind of matters. Game 2, he gets like set up and I think he like blows me up. Game 3, it's like similar. He like coachings like turn 1, and then it's kind of hard to play around the Zard. And then I know like endgame, it's like I'm trying to fish for like an EQ crit or whatever, and I obviously don't get it, and I lose. But yeah, this one is this one was interesting. I think I could have brought Flow though. I didn't want to bring it because I'm just so scared of Sneasler. Like Sneasler's like so annoying, but I think I definitely probably should have just not brought this Zard this set. But I think I just wanted to leverage Sun with Venu. Obviously, again, trying to sleep stuff, and I don't get the sleeps. I definitely miss one I definitely needed. And it's like, again, if you're like relying on sleep to win the game, it like kind of sucks. Like, you know, like needing to bail out versus like, yo, this bailout is like, it's like pretty good because like whatever. Like needing it to win the game kind of sucks, especially because, you know, I'm just missing whatever. So yeah, I ended up losing this set. So yeah, I lost every set game day 2, bro, and that kind of sucks. But nah, it was whatever. I was like, yo, I'm not I was just trying to play it like a good tour, and like every set went to like game 3 anyway, so it was like I didn't get like wash. I think like the worst match like wash quote unquote was probably the round 1 because it just went to 2, and I kind of just like fumbled that one. Every other one was like, you know, it was like I either won like 2-0 or it was going to like game 3. So I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, you know, I was happy I brought that shit back though, because I like, you know, obviously I started 0-2 and I won 6 in a row, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so yeah, season's over. We're gonna see what MB. I'm gonna play some stuff online or whatever. Yeah, I can't wait to watch Worlds. Obviously, you know, I want to play at Worlds again, so hopefully next season we're back. So yeah, that was kind of the run. I was kind of just rambling. I kind of felt like rambling. I'm gonna throw on some other videos real quick from NAIC.
My bad, I gotta get this, bro. It comes down to Sneasler speed tie. Sneasler speed tie for game. Oh! Yo, are you serious? Yo! Plot armor, bro. He has plot armor. I swear to God. Yo, he has actual plot armor. Yo, he has actual plot armor, bro. He has actual plot armor. How does he do it? How does he do it every time? Yo, he beat Marcus twice. He beat him last year.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. The worst part of MA is not the Zards.
It's the
not
Sneasler.
the Floettes.
You were saying the same thing.
No, not the Sneasler. It's those endgame scenarios where we're just flipping fucking coins.
Yo, what the hell? Oh my God! It's over. Yo, Knicks win! Knicks win! Knicks win! Knicks win! Knicks win! Knicks win, bro! Knicks fucking win! Yo. Yo, let's go. Yup. Well played. Yeah, he's over farming right now. Yo, he's over farming crazy. Hey! Wrap it up. Yo. Yo, I'm weak.